Hello, everyone. This is Wednesday, July 27th, 2022 at 11 a.m., 25 degrees Celsius. What a day. What a great, wonderful, beautiful day today. And I'm downtown in Halifax, Nova Scotia. We're going to be doing a walk around downtown today. Boy, this is such a beautiful day. Where else could I go, right? It's going to be lots of people out walking around. So here we go. Well, I'm standing right now at Scotia Square. I just came out of the Barrington Street entrance. And there's the bus station across the street. And we'll commence going southward on Barrington. All right. What a great day for walking around, doing a video. Yeah, that's pretty amazing. 25 degrees at 11 a.m. That's really good. So I put my sunscreen on before I left home, and hopefully that will last until I'm ready to go back home. Oh, well, enjoy the warm weather now because the winters are always cold. Not so nice. Well, get going. I got a walk sign. Go faster. Faster back into City Hall right there. We'll continue on down Barrington for a ways. I see the harbor hopper coming up the street. I'll just stop and we'll watch it go by. A lot of cities have these now. I don't know if they have them in your city or not, but
it's over the river too hard. There's arrested for public intoxication in Birmingham jail. I think this is involved by the mayor.
giving the tourist talk. Oh, the sights and the sounds of the city in the summer. I love it. Everybody's out on the street walking around. Some people are working, of course, and there's a lot of people going to and fro from everything to work at all different hours, and people who don't work, people who are retired, all out strolling around, people on vacation here. There's lots of people here, come here as part of their vacation. I'm just walking towards City Hall, and we'll take a little walk around in this oasis they have in here. This park is usually called the Grand Parade, but right now, because it's summer and they got this fixed up a little bit extra, it's called the Grand Oasis. You'll see some of these signs around the Grand Oasis. That's a temporary name for the tourist season, I guess. Well, we do a little bit more walk around in this Grand Oasis before we head out somewhere. So we'll go up to this way. Here we are, the 27th of July. Can you believe it? All we got left is August and about half of September, and then it's all over for this year. Well, we waited for so long for it, and it goes so quickly. But I'm going to enjoy it, every minute of it while it's here. So, summer is the best. Winter is okay. Winter's all right. But summer is better. I think most people would agree with that. Our winters are nothing compared to some places. The average temperature here in the winter is -10. A lot of days it's -2, -3. And once in a while it might get down to 15, but that'd be rare. I don't think we saw -20 even once last winter. It hovered around -7, 8, 10. We did get a few cold days there once. Once it was real windy along with the cold. Because I remember our battery went dead in the car that day. We had to get a booster. And there wasn't anything wrong with the battery either. It was just cold, and the car hadn't been running enough to charge it back up. So we learned our lesson from that. Early 2024, this will be opening. So we got a little ways to go yet before that. It looks like fall with the leaves on the ground, but I think those are just dead leaves. Maybe from mowing the lawn inside there and blew them out here. That's probably all it is. Because it's not fall yet. We're only about halfway through the summer. So definitely not fall yet. But just had that look when I saw the leaves on the sidewalk. But I think they got there some other way. Let's go across here. We got to walk, so I'm going to go this way anyway. We're going to stick to this half of downtown for a bit. All right, let's see. I would tell you the name of the street if I could, but there's no sign up. So hopefully we'll find one down here. I know I should know all these streets by now, but I don't. Kind of do, but and that street is closed to traffic due to the construction on that building right there. Let's go in here. I'll try not to get that guard over there too worked up. Don't think he'll mind if I walk through here and do a little bit of videoing. But you never know. Oh yeah, I want to look at this monument right here. The Joseph Howe Monument. Joseph Howe is a very important figure in Halifax history. There's a street here named after him. He was a journalist orator. I guess he gave speeches and talks, stuff like that. And there's a little plaque about him there, but he was a famous journalist and that's about it. All I know about him. Can't really say a whole lot about him, but there's some pictures right there. I take it Joseph Howe is the guy standing up over there. It looks like it. Anyway, this is a monument about Joseph Howe, and there's a little garden here in the middle around this monument. This is, I think that building right there is called Province House. I got to check on that one. There's a plaque right here, it might tell me if this is called Province House. I think it is. Surveying for the future. Let's see. Yes, sir. We want to okay. The position of this monument is, it gives the latitude and longitude of where this is placed. 44 degrees, 44, between 44 and 38 degrees. Oh, I can't even follow that. Northwest, anyways. Elevation, 36,778 feet. Located in Ottawa, Charlottetown, Fredericton, and St. John's. Wow. Okay. Well, it's something that's beyond my able to explain it, what it is. So, anyways, it's a plaque. But I want to see I think this is Province House, this building, but I'm going to see what's in the front here. And the best part of this building is down the hill, because it's got more of an entrance way down here than it does on the other side. I think that's what it's called, Province House, but I'm not 100% sure. But it's got great design here. I gotta get in a better spot so I can show you this building to do it justice, okay? It don't look right from up close. You gotta get back away from it to show it. All right, there we go. Now, wasn't that a great design? It's a very old building too. Not sure of the date of it. We might find out before we leave. But it is certainly an old building. Has that kind of a grease look to it with the pillars and all that stuff. Anyways, yeah, one of our historic buildings here in Halifax, which we have a good many. I'm going to ask this gentleman over here if he can tell me. Is this the building called Province House?
This is the legislature?
Oh, this is the
Yeah.
Nova
Yeah.
Scotia legislature.
Yes.
Oh, I see. Okay. This one, you're okay. Yeah. Perfect.
Did you want a picture in front of it? I could.
No, I'm just doing the downtown here, so I'm just going to briefly look at this, yeah. Yeah, but for thanks anyway. Okay. Well, there you go, the friendliness of Halifax. They're always wanting to help. And anyway, so this is the Nova Scotia legislature. Very good. Oh,
You do it,
Province House, yes.
And
Okay.
there's lots of information inside.
Oh, good.
Pertinent to different things that occur.
Oh, that's great. Thanks so much. Great, wonderful. This is going to be on YouTube.
Oh.
You're going to be famous. Thank you. These security people, they don't like you pointing the camera at them. So I thought he seemed to be a friendly gentleman, so I thought I might get away with it. All right. So this is called Province House. There's the pamphlet he gave me. It is the Nova Scotia legislature. I got some facts here, I want to tell you. In 1811, a sum of 20,000 British pounds was allocated for the building of Province House, but the actual cost was 52,000 pounds. Intriguing door handles in the form of fish can be seen at the Hollis and Granville entrance. Craftsmanship that reflects our maritime location. Province House was initially heated with 38 fireplaces and a stove. 7 fireplaces remain. Next to the portrait of Queen Elizabeth within the hall of the second floor is a framed handkerchief that once belonged to Her Majesty. The portrait was painted by Nova Scotia Alfred Barrett. In the Red Chamber, 2 throne chairs sit upon the dais under portrait of King George III and Queen Charlotte. The chair on the left was crafted from the visit of Prince of Wales, and the right, the chair with King George VI consort. Queen Elizabeth was crafted for the 1939 Royal Tour. There you go. 1726 Hollis Street, Halifax, Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia Legislature, and known as Province House. There it is. Wonderful piece of architecture in downtown Halifax. Let's see, I'm just going to go up the hill. I want to show you the front of Province House and Legislature, because that's really the back, but it's more stately looking because it's taller and got the pillars and stuff. But we're just going to look at the front as well. Or this could be the back, whichever you call it, but it's the taller part is at the bottom. All right. And there's a construction job underway. Whether or not I'll be allowed to walk down through here, we'll see. I am at the corner of Granville and George, right there. Okay, we're gonna walk past they do have pillars on this side too. I see. This is the press block. There it is, the press block, so they say. Six newspapers, 3 streets, 2 buildings. All right, it remains to be seen. There's what it's going to look like. See that part? They're saving that wall right there. And the other one, they go around the corner, 2 walls. This is what the whole building's going to look like. With the old wall saved, incorporated into the building. Now, isn't that amazing? They do that to a lot of buildings here in Halifax. They save a portion of it and integrate it into the design of the new building. So you can see this building is 1 story taller than the old one was, which is going to be down at the bottom. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was 7 stories. It will now be 8 stories, and it never did come all the way up to the street, so this is different. It was like a parking lot over in this side, and this side here, stored in, the stuff didn't start till you got down there. So it's totally different now. You're going to be right up to the street. You want to come right onto Barrington Street, you can walk right into the building from sidewalk level. So that's what it's going to look like when it's done. It's going to be pretty amazing. So all right, we'll continue on. And this is some more pictures of Barrington Street. And there's the building before it got tore down. What was here. All right, let's continue on. We want to see this legislature building, Nova Scotia legislature, right here. So it does have pillars up here too, and it looks pretty impressive. And that goes quite a ways down in there. There's about a floor down inside this wall. Restricted entrance. Visitors have to win the other side. This is only for people who work here. This side. So the Nova Scotia legislature and the building known as Province House. All right. Interesting. This new stuff over here, there's another building. I gotta look at this one. Didn't realize that was there. Another one that they're saving the corner of right there. I didn't even realize, I can't go in there because that's restricted. But I didn't realize they tore another building, or they were going to, and incorporate it right there, but that's what it looks like. The end building is going to be a building built up inside of that as well, and save that piece. So that's the thing here in Halifax. They like to save a little bit of the buildings. This is one of the lesser used streets in Halifax, I say, because I think there's a lot of office and things like that down here. There's not a whole lot for public that public might be interested in. So, and now there's construction on it too, so you can't drive through. So it's not used the same way the other streets are, because it's more of a street for office workers, and not a whole lot down there to really do. So that's how the street goes. not super busy. Okay, so we did our walk around the building. Yeah, we'll continue on, see what else we can find to do. This is Hollis Street. This is a one-way street, and you'll see an awful lot of trucks on it because there's a container terminal down there where they go, and also that there's a grain terminal part of it too, and that's where that truck will be going with the grain trailers down to the container terminal. All right, so we've covered that building. Now what do you want to do? We could go over to, you want to go to historic properties? That's quite an interesting place. All right, let's go there. Historic properties, here we come. This area where we're going has been all fixed up. It pretty much looks as it did, but maybe it looked a little better. Now it's a tourist area, and but it was part of our downtown businesses and things from years back, and what Halifax used to look like. Halifax didn't look like this back. First time I saw Halifax was probably in the 60s, and it didn't look like this downtown. There were none of these tall buildings. There was like these type of buildings. Very stately looking buildings, but not huge. Of course, that's a 3-story building. There's some that's 6 and 7, but you didn't see any 30-story buildings and things like these back then. Well, there's nothing coming. I might as well go. Walk now anyway. Okay. Let's go up 1 block. Then we'll go down. We're very close to the historic property area. And it's been all redone a number of years ago now. I remember when that was being worked on. And then it got all finished and it got advertised a lot, talking about this new historic property area in Halifax. So everybody wanted to come here and see it. Now it's been here for quite a while. It's like a permanent fixture here now. So we will walk around there as soon as we get down in the area here. Well, we'll get it on the sidewalk here, and as we enter the historic properties area, the old historic area of downtown Halifax, which is still a busy place at times. You never know right now, because it looks pretty quiet here. But it can be pretty busy at times in the tourist season. It looks pretty quiet in the wintertime because it's only a historic site and there's no tourists hardly here in the winter, so you get a better picture right now than you do in the wintertime. All right, I would say it starts right here. Here is the beginning of historic properties. Corner of Duke and Granville. So we're going to go across and go right straight down to the first street, which is Granville. I see that they're doing some work in around here. There's Boston Pizza. And these things are the gates, I guess, of Nova Scotia NASCAD University, founded 1887. But I don't know if the university's anything down in here. Maybe. I'm not sure about all that. Anyway, there's Boston Pizza, restaurant, sports bar, and there's a Good Life Fitness down here, and a restaurant bar there. That bar right there is a jazz and blues place for photography place in there. Now all those stores on that side have all been taken over by Good Life Fitness. So there's no stores in any of those now because Good Life Fitness owns the whole thing right down. But on this side there are stores and there's some that's for rent. Okay, NASCAD University is apparently upstairs. Well, there's the door. 1871 Granville Street, NASCAD University. Had no idea. And there's the sign up there. NASCAD University is in the second levels above the top of these stores. Some of these are vacant. They're trying to find takers for them. There's one for lease. And trying to find people to get into them. But it's a hard sell because this place would depend almost entirely on tourists, except for the Boston Pizza up there and the Blues Bar on the end of the street. They're about the only two things in here that would get customers year-round when it's not tourist season. There you are, still got Good Life Fitness all the way down. So it kind of, I know they need to be somewhere, but to me, there's an opportunity to have stuff in these stores here and make this into a beautiful area. But now they've taken the whole thing, so there's no chance of any stores opening up in those storefronts. There's just nothing there because the Good Life Fitness got the whole bottom. Whoops, I need to refocus my screen. There we go. Got her back into focus now. It got away on me there. All right, I got a new gimbal here, and this thing is, I got to get used to it yet. So it's similar to the other one, but some of it's just a little bit different. But not that hard to get used to. But that's part of the pedway system that's here in Halifax. You can walk through that in the winter day when it's cold outside. You don't have to go out in the weather to walk downtown. You can walk the pedway. Let's walk up in here. We'll try to get a view of this. This is just not all of the historic properties yet. I'm going to show you much more. Anyway, we'll get a turn around here and look down. At one time, this would have been just streets on just Granville Street going down through here, and these would have been all bustling stores and probably apartments up overhead, maybe some offices. And over time, it got, I guess, dilapidated, and they reworked it into the historic properties, but it's still not, I wouldn't call it bustling down here, although it does look nice. It needs something else. It needs something more yet. And they're Good Life all the way down here. So there you go. All those stores are taken. Won't be used for anything. We'll go up this side. That way you get a better look at the side that is being used. It looks pretty here, nice trees and sunshine through onto the plants and all that. I guess workers in this area may come in here. Yeah, they could be tourists, I don't know. You get a look at some of the architecture when I stand over here. I look across the street. Look at all the old windows are still in these buildings. Four-story buildings mostly down here. But this is what Halifax looked like back in the 60s. This is pretty much what a street, your typical downtown street looked like in Halifax back then. Much different now. For sure. Now, I guess from here down is a good life, and from here up, you've got, this is good. Oh, Chinese food. How about that? Chinese food right there. Wow, I didn't know that was here. We got Chinese food. Then you got, this is all part of Boston Pizza, right from here up. So you got two stores. You got the yummy Chinese food, and you got Boston Pizza the rest of the way. And that would be the Jazz and Blues joint, which is called the Split Crow. And that's about all that's in this part of the historic properties. But there's more. Don't give up yet. We got lots more to show you. There's the sign for the Split Crow. You know, Nova Scotia is very famous for the blue nose clipper that won all the races. Looks to be the fastest clipper of that era. So this blue nose too is made in the likeness of the original blue nose. And to celebrate that, we have the Blue Nose 2 restaurant right over there. And I gotta say, I have eaten there 3 times now. And it's really good. The fish, oh, I love it. The halibut, this is what I usually get, halibut and some mashed potatoes with it. I don't care for the fries as much, but I gotta say, they know how to cook fish in there. It's really good. Try it sometime. The prices are more, they're not excessive for a downtown food place. They're not excessive. The prices are good. So I would highly recommend the Blue Nose restaurant. All right, let's go back this way. Let me see. I want to tell you what street I'm on, but right now I'm not sure. It's like a lot of these streets here. See any street signs? No street signs. Oh, sorry. No street signs on a lot of these intersections. So Halifax city councilors, get after the people in the mayor's office and tell them we need more streets coverage here on the streets. Every intersection should have a sign hanging in both directions so people know where they are. A big problem in Halifax is all kinds of intersections you'll come to and you can't see a street sign anywhere. This is on the back end of Mascad University, so I had no idea that was up there. I just discovered that. That guy must be new. He's grinding his gears. I worked as a truck driver for a lot of years. A good shifter is a good driver. If you can't shift, you're not going to be a good driver. There's some more of that headway that goes overhead down to Purdy's Wharf, and the casino's in that area. Loading zone, warehouse, no parking. Now that could be, yeah, I guess it's still a loading zone right there. It's not a historic thing, it's still there. It's still a thing. That's the street I walked up before, so I'm not going to go back up there. Isn't that a beautiful building right there? Oh, I love that building. Every time I see it, I like, oh, it's so nice. And that would be the home of the Baton Rouge restaurant. I'll try to get across the street if I can when I get down here. We're back in cinema and online. Atlantic International Film Festival. I'm going to wait for the cars to go by before I attempt to get across here. I got a feeling they never end. If I want to get across, I'm going to have to stand here and let people know I want to cross. That's the only way I'm going to be able to do it. There, that's how you do that. You have to get their attention and then stop. It's not officially a crosswalk, but... All right, now what do you want to do? This is... Oh, I gotta show you that. Let's go up the street, then we'll come back down, okay? Because I don't want you to miss something. There's a small building wedged between a couple of buildings. And I'm not gonna look at it until I get down here, and then I'm gonna show it to you. It's going to be one of the smallest buildings ever built in Halifax. And I get directly across from it, I'm going to swing around. All right, here we go. Look at this. It's a 3-story building. And it's very narrow. It's only about the width of those doors. I had to show you that. Pretty cool or what? Wedged right between, it's a 3-story building wedged between a 4-story and a 5-story. There, I had to show you that building. Whoops, my gimbal is getting a little wobbly. There we go. This is a new gimbal and it's a little different than the other one. It takes you a little bit of getting used to, but not too bad. Speak up for inclusion. You're right. Everybody deserves the same treatment, regardless of race, color, whatever, background, wherever you came from, whatever you do for a living. Wherever you stand on certain things, you deserve the same treatment. You don't deserve to be treated lesser than someone else because of how they believe or how they think. Or we're all God's creatures. We're all to be treated equal. And I try to do that each and every day with everybody I come in contact with, whether they're handicapped in some way or whether they're a genius. I try to treat them on the same level. I'm no genius, I'll tell you that. Okay, there's the official sign of historic properties, right there. All right, so we are on Upper Water Street. Maybe I'll walk down, show you where Upper and Water changes after I get done my little walk here. All right, well, let's go down through here. This is where the stuff gets good now. These buildings were part of the city. They weren't brought here. They were part of the city. And this would have been a bustling city street downtown. Now it's all historic sites, but there are like restaurants and things like that down here. Entertainment, restaurants, bars, and there's tour boats, stuff like that. Administration offices in there. The lower deck, that would be a bar of some kind, a beer market, tap room. The carpenter shop. Yeah, everybody knows what this is. Glad we didn't live back in those days and get put in there. And it don't matter how tall or how short you are, see, it was adjustable. They had holes, they could move that up and down to find your height. So there it is. Not a great place to find yourself. So this is just exactly how these streets would have looked way back in 1800. And if you would have lived in Halifax then, everything was right down close to the waterfront and was very common to see the harbor full of ships, sail ships. That's how they got all their stuff they brought into the city was through. Before the days of trucks, ships came in here with all the supplies for the stores. This is a very popular spot right here. Every time I've ever walked down through, this place has been fairly busy. Very, very busy in here. Because you can look right out over the harbor. Nice scenery and a beautiful summer day. There's one of our ferry boats that goes over to Dartmouth. And there's the harbor hopper in the water now. Quite the invention. Ah. More of historic properties. It's very, you see in the summertime, it's a very nice place to go. People love to come down here and have food and drink and look out over the harbor. There's the ferry terminal entrance. But let's go up this way. This is Pride Month in Nova Scotia. Everywhere else in Canada, they have it in June. But the natives celebrate a lot of stuff in June here. So that was the cannon going off at noon, in case you're wondering what that noise was. As I was saying, the June month belonged to the natives in the Mi'kmaq people in Nova Scotia. So they moved Pride Month to July. Well, if you're really into Pride in Toronto or Montreal, you can celebrate it all June, and you can come to Halifax and celebrate in July if you really, really love to have two festivals. So, and two parades and whatever. So anyway, they decorate the boats up, and they put the city workers have little stripes on their shoulder, things, their official shirts, and all that kind of stuff. You don't have to be gay to be celebrating Pride in Nova Scotia. Everybody's out enjoying it and supporting it. That's all I can say on that. Support it and be nice to people. Be nice, be friendly. Don't worry about what somebody does or what their lifestyle is. Be nice to them and treat everybody with respect. That's all we're asked to do. Treat everybody with respect. There's nobody that doesn't deserve our respect. And our talk nice to them, not to be nasty and mean to people. That's a horrible way to live. Treat others as you would like to be treated, and you can't go wrong. Well, that's pretty much my walk through historic properties. I might have missed something, but that was pretty much it. And now I'm at the ferry terminal. So, let's see. Oh yeah, I was going to show you where Water Street North and Water Street South meet. It's one street. When I first came here, I thought it was like one was down the hill and the other one was up the hill, but no, that's not it. They join right together. Oh, before I go up on the street, we're just going to finish a little bit more down here. Because this might not be officially historic properties, but it is some historic stuff. So we're going to still cover this. That building right there was a glass making decorations and pewter and that kind of stuff right up until the virus struck and COVID. And then it went out of business. So that building sitting there, hopefully somebody will find a use for it and take it over. This is definitely a historic building. The Cable Wharf Building, 1751 Lower Water Street. We are in Lower now. We were on Upper Water Street when we were up there. Now we're on Lower Water Street. This is all brand new right here. This is the first summer that all this stuff was opened up. This is a new building. It was about 2 or 3 years getting it fully open like it is now. And it's beautiful here now. They've got that place right there, which is I think it's knickknacks and things like that in there, I think. And I think the tour ticket store is in there as well. Okay, so you got a chocolate store, you got different places to eat outside and enjoy whatever you buy in there. And it's quite a bit of shade on a hot summer day. You can get lots of shade here just from these buildings. And I'm going to turn around after. I just wanted to come out here. This is Lower Water Street, but I'm not going out on the street just yet. There's more things to see in here. I just wanted to show you all the things that are here since this building was built. When we came here, this was just a steel structure and still going up. That was 4 years ago. Now look at it. It's all finished and it's full of customers and people. But what I wanted to show you was this wall. This wall right here is part of the Berlin Wall. It was brought here from Berlin when the Berlin Wall was torn down. They brought this wall here. Now some people have painted some Halifax pictures on it, but this is the Berlin Wall. Somewhere there's a sign here. I'm just not sure where it is, but I have seen the sign. But these are all pictures of ancient Nova Scotia. Shows different things on it here from Halifax. But it is the Berlin Wall, pieces from Berlin Wall brought here. Water Development Corporation. It's one of the largest sections of the Berlin Wall in any city. There's some in other cities that they're only like one slab or two slabs. There's quite a few that make up this particular wall. So anyways, well, that's enough look at that, I guess, for now. And I want to show you inside this building. You can walk right through it in different directions. You don't have to, if you're out on the sidewalk and you want to come in here, you can walk right through this building. I'll show you how you do that. This is the chocolate store in here. I haven't bought anything there yet, but one day I will, for sure. It's always nice to support your local stores like that. A little bit of wind whipping through here. All right, I got to stand back here so I can get a good view of what I want to show you. It's behind me. All right, there we are. I call it a courtyard in here because there's buildings on the south side, the west side, and the north side. So you're sheltered from a lot of wind and elements when you're in here. You walk in here in the winter when the wind's blowing all around you out there, you can get relief from the wind. Oh, there we go. All right, there we are. Looking out now the way we came in. And this is a wonderful structure here. It is. I'll tell you how many stories it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 stories high. In the middle, it goes to 11. All right. So we'll just take a little walk around this. I'm not going to do the whole boardwalk thing today because that's not what I set out to do. I set out to do one section of downtown. Not a quick walk through the whole thing, but one section of downtown is what I set out to do today. So we're going to stick to this, which would be the north end of downtown. We're not in the north end of Halifax, but this would be the north end of downtown. Now, that's just another look at it from here. Those are all offices up there. There's a insurance company up there, and there's lawyers and all kinds of stuff like that. Most of the offices are filled. Anyways, and there are condos in here too. You gotta get in the right area. I think it's over here somewhere. There's condos in there. All right, now we're going out onto the street. Remember I told you there's different ways to walk through these buildings? Okay. This gimbal, one thing about it, it's different than the other one. And it's easy, if you turn it a lot, it's easy for it to get out of focus. It doesn't find its way back into focus as quickly as the one I had before. This one is a little lighter built, and that's just how it is. Okay, let's go through this walkway out onto the street. Isn't this cool? Lights on the sides so you can see, lights on the top, keep it well lit at night. This will bring us right back out onto Water Street, lower water. And there's a spa right there. All right, we are back out on lower water. And I'm going to show you where it changes from lower water to upper water. It's all one street, so if you ever come to Halifax and you hear lower water and upper water, it's not like two streets, one down here, one up there. No, it's one street. Just when you go towards the south on it, it's lower water, and when you go towards the north end, it's upper water. So there's a divider. We are on almost the end of lower water. We'll look for the signs so we can tell where it changed. That sign right there still says lower water. I believe the next intersection, just across the intersection, it's going to say upper water, I believe. So I won't say that for sure until I've actually walked across and looked at it. All right, let's go across. Okay, we're going to look at the sign. You can see the PER, the PPER over there. So right here, that's upper water, and that's lower water. Okay, on the corner of George Street. George Street is a divider between lower water and upper water. All right, let's go up the hill now. Let's go right up the hill. We'll walk up to Barrington and maybe take another street and work our way up. We'll see. Isn't Halifax a beautiful city downtown? Don't you love it? I'd say it's comparable to any downtown city, Montreal or Quebec or even Toronto. It's not as big as those cities, but our downtown is beautiful. We've got lots of history, lots of things, and for the most part, people are friendly here. Oh, you get the odd grouch here and there, but you get that everywhere. But for the most part, people are friendly here in Halifax. See the nice blue sky. Beautiful day out today. Right, there's not a whole lot here, so we're going to go right across and make our way up to Barrington Street. There's that building I passed at earlier. That'll be under construction until supposed to open in 2014. So we still got a whole year, about a year and a half to go before that building's complete. And the second building is down there where they're going to do a little bit of a construction. All right, we'll continue on up. Downtown Halifax is not kind to delivery drivers. Like this guy here, he had to load his cart up and wheel it down here from somewhere. And that's the unfortunate situation. If you're a delivery driver and you're doing the downtown, there's nowhere to park. You can't just drive up in front of a store and stop and unload. If you're coming down in here, you're going to have to put it on a cart and bring it down the street. That's unfortunate because it'd be nicer if they could just drive right down there and unload. My wife's a courier driver and she knows all about this stuff. They have to stop because I got the camera in my hand. They're afraid not to stop. For sure they're going to stop if they're carrying a camera. Oh, I gotta get some relief. I'm getting in the shade here now. It's warm out now. Well, I think it was 25 when I started out. Gotta be more than that now. I got a shirt on, I don't need it. I put it on so I wouldn't burn myself too badly. And I did put sunblock on, but thought I'd put the shirt on too. But it's a little warm. So I may take it off at some point today. Well, are you enjoying this walk around downtown and looking at some stuff? I enjoy it. Every time I go out and make a video, I enjoy it. So surely you enjoy it too. I hope you are. Okay, corner of Prince and Barrington. All right. I'm going to go up the hill, I guess, from here. We'll go up Prince Street. And another day, maybe we'll do a little different part of the city. But this is the area I'm concentrating on today. Here's the Press Gang restaurant, the bar and restaurant, Press Gang. I take it dates way back to when newspapers were a thing, and probably it was a place for newspaper people to hang out. Nowadays, newspapers aren't a big deal. I know how I get my news. I got a CBC app on my phone. And I just whip out my phone and push CBC, and I can get all the latest news. Hit it once more and you get the details. So, yeah, that's how we get our news. Nowadays, don't really need the newspapers anymore. I am at Prince and Argyle. St. Paul's Parish House, no doubt, was where the minister from that church probably lived. Because I believe that's St. Paul's Anglican Church right there. So probably that house at one time, because this church is very old, I think 1749. I'm going to stop by there. I'm going to be walking right by there, and we will see. I think it was 1749 that church was built there. Oh, we'll find out. We'll see how good I can remember my dates. My wife says my memory's not very good, but we'll see. I might be able to prove it wrong today. Because this needs a little bit of repairing right here, I'd say. All right, let's walk down here. And there is a sign on this church. You can take tours in this church, and it's still an active church. It's not just a historic site, but it's still a church. Scheduled tours Monday to Friday, 1, 2, 3. Self-guided tours available. Please enter here. And here it says, St. Paul's Church. Yeah, that house over there would have been belonging to this church at one time. So it says, there is such a thing as a free lunch. No cost, no sermons, no strings attached. Please join the rector of St. Paul's and other drop-in guests Wednesdays at 12 noon for food and conversation around the table. There you go, for free lunch. All right, let's see if we can find the date on this. There it is right there, look. my wife can take her words back that I have a bad memory. 'Cause look, I called it 1749. St. Paul Church was founded 1749. Well, how you like that? Rector, the Reverend Dr. Paul Friesen, Anglican Episcopal Church of Canada. Come and celebrate God's love with us. We thought of everything. They even got a defibrillator inside. So there you go. Beautiful old building, still being used as a church. 1749, 1849, 1949. It's almost 300 years old. And look at it. Very beautiful. All right. Beautiful shots of the city from here. Remember when I first started the video, I walked up by City Hall, and we came by there a while ago. I'm soon going to wind this video down, but we'll see where we're going to end it. I'm not sure yet. Okay? So I'm just mulling that around where I'm going to end this video. I think this spot right in here is as good as any. Really, this is a perfect spot to end the video. I'm going to find a nice, beautiful scenery right here. Right here. How's this? You like this? Get up far enough so I can get City Hall in the background there. All right, that should do it. I think that's about right. Okay, if you enjoyed this video, you really liked it, you can push that like, thumbs up button there, that'd be great. And if you're not yet a subscriber, I'd love it if you became a subscriber. You don't have to, but if you do, you'll be the first to get my videos. That's all. It doesn't cost anything. And if you are a subscriber, thank you very much for becoming a subscriber. And with that, I say so long for now. Take care, be safe, and we'll see you all on the next video. Bye for now.